Hey, Dustin here, Smoking Eagles Rod Shop. Welcome to the channel. Today, I am going to be putting a new Reese hitch on the back of my third Gen Ford van. It's a E150 Econoline Chateau. Now, I got this hitch from O'Reilly's.com. They are having some, sale. If you order online, you get free shipping and 20% off and blah, 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 blah. So I ordered it. I think I got a pretty good deal. It's a Reese hitch. Let's go see if it'll fit on the back of the old van. So here's our hitch, and it did mention in the description that if you had rear exit exhaust, it may need to be altered in order for this hitch to fit. No big deal, and I need to drill some holes. So first thing I'm gonna do, because obviously I have rear exit exhaust, is I'm gonna loosen this exhaust clamp, drop the exhaust down. That'll give us a little bit of room, and I'm gonna use a couple of my lift stands, and we'll get this thing positioned up here and see kind of where we're at, what we got to do, and to make this thing happen. All right, guys, so I got it clamped up here with a C-clamp, and I centered it up. I just took a straight edge with a square, put it right up against my frame here, so I know it's nice and square, and then I just measured from the edge of the hitch over, made it the same on both sides, got a good measurement. It's within a 32nd of an inch of being centered up. Our holes are slotted, so once I get my holes drilled, because unfortunately none of our holes are in here, this actually fits like 10 years worth of vans. So depending on your setup, you may or may not have some holes there. Now, in the back, I have a pretty good gap back here. I'll show you guys here in a little bit how I'm gonna address that. They actually have a shim kit they want me to buy, except I can't find it anywhere online that is even remotely looks respectable. So I'm just gonna make my own because that's how I do it around here. So yeah, I need to drill some holes, so I set up a hillbilly drill press. Let me show you guys how I'm gonna do that. Now you may be asking yourself, Dustin, how are you gonna drill 1/2-inch holes in that frame? That's gonna take all afternoon, but it's actually not. So I've got this big old drill here. I actually have a couple of these. If you see them at yard sales for a couple of bucks, pick them up. Guys think they're useless, but these things are super handy. Now, whether you got a lift or you're on the ground underneath your car, all you need is a jack and like a piece of wood as a spacer. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this drill directly on top of that 4x4, on top of this jack. We're gonna put it right up where we wanna drill our hole. And then I'm gonna hold the button down and we're just gonna put a little bit of pressure on that. And it's gonna do all the work for us just like a regular drill press. And I can knock all 6 of these holes out quicker than you think. I don't know, maybe 5 minutes a hole max. It works a lot better than you would think it would work. So I'll get it all set up and then I'll show you guys how this works. But we're gonna have to drill all 6 holes. As you can see, I got this gap here. So I'm gonna drill this hole first. We'll put a bolt in it. We'll go drill the other side, put a bolt in it. That'll help locate and get these C-clamps out of the way. And then we can drill our other 4 holes and then figure out how to shim this. All right, guys, so we got our 4 bolts in there. That went quicker than you thought, didn't it? That thing works really well. It looks kind of hillbilly. Sometimes it takes a couple pairs of hands. Definitely having a buddy helps a ton. Thanks, Curtis.
Yep.
And yeah, then we just knocked it out, got them holes in there. Now, as you can see, there's a gap right here. When I slid this back, what we did is we used existing holes in the frame and just put bolts in. And then I just ran a nut up and we slid it back up against that nut, and we used the same hole on both sides, so we knew that it was square this way. And then we just lined it up this way with that straight edge like I showed you. We just checked it. It is still right on the money. So these bolts, these 4 are all tightened up. So now we're gonna come back here and we're gonna drill these 2 holes through here, and then we're gonna make ourselves a spacer for right here. And then boom, this thing's pretty much done. And you can see it sticking out just past the bumper, about exactly the way we want it. It's gonna work out really good. Oh, and we gotta make a spacer for our exhaust because it's touching. We don't wanna listen to that shit all day. So we'll space it down about that far and it'll be good to go. All right, guys, this is what we ended up with. Got the hitch on there, everything looks good. I used all the hardware that they supplied me. They actually gave me 2 extra spacers here for some other van somewhere. They're not angled, but it fit right in there, bolted right up, tightened up good. I think that's perfectly fine. I don't need that spacer kit they were talking about. And as you can see, it's got a big washer here, 2 spacers here. Everything tightens up good. Bolt goes all the way through the nut. So we're using all the threads there, nice and tight. I'm not scared of this one bit. Now I do have to hook up my pigtail for my wiring. Not a big deal. I'm gonna pick that up at my local parts store, and you just tag into your existing wiring that's right here. Have a little pigtail for your trailer. But yeah, all in all, I think that turned out really good. This is a Reese. I'll put the part number in the description in case you guys want to get one for your van. And yeah, we definitely love Pizza King around here. I'm gonna post some other stuff around my head here like I always do, of stuff I'm doing around the shop. Make sure you go check all that stuff out. I'm gonna get working on another video for you guys, and until next time, keep on wrenching. Peace.